everyone, my name is Minh Ngoc, the money manager, helping teens to understand money without a penny in the pocket. It was the first country in Europe to adopt banknotes back in 1661. However, now it seems that in a few years, Sweden will become the world's first country to do away with cash completely. In fact, they are nearly there already. Only 30% of the population rely on notes and coins, and over 80% of all purchases are cashless. To make sure nobody is excluded, anyone over 7 is allowed to have a debit card, as long as they have their parents' permissions. That means that 97% of the population have a card. It's scary to think that most young people growing up in Sweden today will probably never see or use cash. One reason why this happened in Sweden is because it's one of the world's most technologically advanced nations. In 2012, the six biggest banks they joined together to create a mobile payment platform that made electronic payment easier. The, the application called Switch is so widely used now that people generally don't have to carry cash and needn't worry about having a correction. When tourists come to Sweden, they realize they needn't have change their dollars or euros for local currency because you just can't do it anywhere, not even on public transport. There are fewer robberies now in Sweden because banks don't keep cash. There are no problems with thieves near cash bonds. The staff in shops and restaurants all feel safer too because they no longer worry about protecting cash. A college society may not be perfect though, when all pavements are made through your fault. If your battery runs out, so that's your money. Many people are worried about hackers too, not to mention what companies can do with all the information they get about our spending habits. And you'd better keep track of your money because it's easy to get into debt when all you need to do buy things is swipe your phone or card without counting out the hard-earned notes and cons. Unusual tax facts. Tax is a way to raise money to pay for all sorts of things that the country needs, from roads to healthcare. Everybody who works has to pay it, and we also pay it on wide range of goods. In the UK, a tax of 20% is added to the price of chocolate bars, for example. Historically, there have been some highly unusual taxes at the end of 7th century. Tsar Peter the Great put a tax on beers. This was a clever way to encourage people to save as they wanted them to adopt the Western style, and also to show loyalty toward him. Most people didn't have to do anything, but people with beards weren't allowed to keep them unless they paid. They then received a copper coin with a mustache and beard to prove they had paid. In England, King Henry VIII did something similar with different results. With his law, the longer your beard, the more you paid. The elder grew, the earlier grew longer beards, just to prove their stature. In England, there has been a long tradition of trying to tax homes and of trying to dock these taxes. In 1660, there was a tax on fireplaces. People brick them up to hide them. In 1696, they introduced a tax where you pay more according to the number of windows you had. People built houses with very few windows, leading to health problems. Next, there was a tax on bricks. Builders began to use bigger and therefore fewer bricks to save money. One UK tax that has lasted longer is a kind of tax on television. Traditionally, if you own a television, you must pay an annual fee called the television license. This money finances the BBC and keeps it advice-free. The penalty for not having a license is a large fine. Last year, 214,000 people were caught. If you get a fine, you ought to pay it fast or you could go to prison. Thank you.